East Africa, along the Rift Valley, live the Maasai. This film was made in the western highlands of the Rift Valley near the Kenya-Tanzania border. These Masai are animal herders. They despise hunting and they do not grow crops of any kind. Land is held in common and animals are the only form of wealth. And Maasai love their cows. Each animal has a name, and the men compose long poetic songs in praise of their herds. This is the village of an important man, a Libon or prophet. It is a large village because the Libon is rich. He has many cattle, many sheep and goats, and many women and children. The Maasai conception of wealth is different from our own. Whereas a European tends to regard his wife and children as an expense, to a Maasai, women and children are wealth in themselves. Wealth involves rights over people, as well as rights over things. And a man's riches may be measured by the size of his village, which reflects not only the size of his herd, but also the number of his female dependents. It is a prosperous and leisured society, and there is an abundance of natural resources. The Libon is especially rich. He has 12 wives, about 60 children, and numerous daughters-in-law.
Yeah. Oh.
The Maasai use everything produced by their animals. They eat their flesh and drink their milk. They make thongs and bed coverings from their skin and containers from their horns. It's a sign of prosperity to be able to smear the roof with pure cow dung rather than with a mixture of dung and mud. A man needs a woman to build a house for him, to milk his cows and do the household chores. But a woman needs a man far more, because women can never have rights of ownership over any living animal. To survive, they must attach themselves to some man with cows, be it father, husband or son. This woman, Nol Peaya, is the Libon's sixth wife.
tesiai duo naitaunye ninche. Meeta ninche irpayiani enaas. Kulo ake ilepuoki nelotu alo aton tendaruat aok. Toning'o, ore peekenyu nelo aing'uraa nkishu enyenak. Nelo duo lolo shoo. Neton aramatisho tene, ore peeta nkera taata enaa kuna taata natii shoo. Newosh nkishu, basi paa keshukunye ang', neponunui aok kule. Neparanai taata amu keeta entoki natii shoo. Neeku meeta ninche orkasi oitau, kule ake eok.
Enoto sinche enkiteng' nabo. Kang'ai ena?
At about 30, a Maasai man becomes an elder, a respectable citizen, entitled to marry and live in the elders' villages. They are the people who make the decisions about the herds and flocks. But before this, men serve as warriors. After circumcision at about the age of 18, they belong to the army, which, in the past, raided neighbouring tribes for cattle and extended the boundaries of Maasai land. Warriors do not marry, and they do not live in the elders' villages. They spend a lot of time in the forest and wandering about the country. When they do descend upon a village, it's the little girls who run their errands for them. Girls themselves are circumcised in a ceremony which is the female equivalent of male circumcision. Until then, the girls belong as a group to the warriors. A girl leads rather a carefree life. She doesn't have much work to do. She's flattered by the attentions of handsome warriors, and she has a secure home in her father's village. A girl's only anxiety as she gets older is that she should not get pregnant until she's been formally initiated into maturity.
Entito, keyieu nemurati.
Keyieu taata nesiokini amurat. Amu sidai oleng' ina siai peetu imalimal. Neeku taata ina toki taata eyieu entito nemuratieki. Ore taata entito nataa taata botorr atum osarge, basi naa keiba ilewa. Nemitoki ayieu nenyikaki peemimalimal. Neeku kelo ake arany aiguranie irmurran, nelo enkaji eng'otonye airura ashu elo ai wueji airura. Neeku taata mitoki ayieu.
The circumcision ceremony begins as a private family affair. For the girl, it is her farewell to childhood, and also to her father's village, because she will leave to be married soon afterwards. This girl is going to marry one of the Libon sons. The ceremony is expected to transform a giggly girl into a mature and thoughtful woman. Her head is shaved, she relinquishes her childhood name, and she gives away her jewels to a younger sister. It marks the total shedding of her previous identity. After circumcision, she is considered fertile and entitled to become pregnant.
Keshipa oshi entito tenemurata.
Keshipa oleng'. Amu iyiolo ajo ore peemurati naa kemuki inaishi. Nemuki inaishi kumok ninyang'uni esanduku ata are enaisho oolotorok narikieki kuna aishi taata natii irbenia. Naa kewo menye, newo ng'otonye eshipa amu itu imalimal. nepik emurna roga lukunya nepik ngotonye basi na kashipa amu keinosi ina daa.
After the circumcision has taken place, the branches of a special tree are brought to mark the house where the girl is recovering. For the rest of the day, people gather from all over the neighborhood to drink honey beer and to celebrate, because the ceremony marks the emergence of an adult who will increase the fertility of the whole community. It's all a bit like a white wedding, an occasion for rejoicing, especially for the parents. They are proud and happy to announce to the world that they have a daughter, and that she has grown without mishap into a woman. The mother and father are smeared with red ochre. Later, at the climax of the party, the mother will anoint the clothes of the women guests with butter, while the father puts on women's jewels and is blessed by the men. The father has already arranged his daughter's marriage with the son of his friend, the Laibon.
Yendo kinana itari wabakan kai. Sinjabe apulur Masai. Anara raude rantai memorat rantai. Amara rantai yo mai pululu abaga memorat. Ho na ko raude sinjar Masai. Na kiasa raina abaga sinjabe apulu pesha wankai.
Tasi.
Na ko rarani ikunu.
tenemurati entito kaayas.
Meeta kemurati ake nepiki erruat neishori endaa neishiu nelo enkang' ormoruo.
A stranger is being brought to the Libon's village, the new bride of one of the Libon's sons. Her husband already has one wife, Mayani, who is waiting for her co-wife to arrive.
Basi, iye Mayani. Ana, amu etoriko orpayian lino enkai kitok? Imba?
Maiba.
Tugul?
Maiba ninye pi.
Ainyo.
Mumbi kilamisho yiok anaa ntae.
Aiya.
Tenerikuni taata neeku duo tikitam, meeta enaipanga amu ore pee kilomisho nikiarr orpayian nikimira enkang' inyi.
Kweli? Nemetorono?
Mee torrono.
Kake iyiolo ore tiatua yiok naa kelomisho nkituak.
Ore taata, ore te Kimaasai, aisidai enkaini oleng amu keetai esiai sapuk oleng amu kesha Enkai nejing taata emodiei boo naa iyie ake ing'orr tooro openy. Naa iyie ing'orr inkishu inkena nigel openy. Naa iyie akiti duo mira iltung'anak are. Naa iyie ing'orr elepore neisho nkishu kumok kuna nai naabore enaang' naa iyie ake eeta orpayian. Naa sapuk enyamali oleng. Niyieu nilepisho, niyieu nimurisho, niyieu nimbung' ilasho. Naa aikunyinyik nkera inonok. Akunyinyi amaa taata kuna keyiolo aibung'a hoo nyoo? Meyiolo. Mujingani. Ore taata enaa tenkaini naa iisho nimipuku tiaji nesha Enkai. Eng'ai nikimuraa? Meeta. Eng'ai nikioroki taata boo natii nkishu pee mepetaa emodiei chafu? Meeta. Iyie ake. Neeku ore oshi pee melomisho irmaasai ina siai esapuk.
In Masai, to be married means to be led. As soon as the women of the village see the husband and his companions, they go out to greet them and to look for the bride who is trailing behind. Then they will descend upon her, screaming threats and insults to make her cry. All these women have been through this process. They too once left behind their mothers and everyone they were used to settle in a strange place. Marriages are arranged between men, and the bride knows neither her husband nor his village. The ritual dramatizes her helplessness and isolation. It requires her to express her anxieties in the midst of the women who are already established in the village, the very women on whom she will come to rely for friendship and support. The person whose behavior is most ambivalent is Mayani, the co-wife. Mayani hurls some of the worst threats, but also seems to protect her new co-wife. Nolpeaya approaches, and the women pretend to the bride that she's mad. They will try to protect her, but they will probably be unable to do so. Women marry young, and men don't marry until they've been through warriorhood. So the age difference between a husband and wife is inevitably a large one. What matters to the bride is how he will turn out to treat her, because unless he treats her with positive cruelty, she will be unable to leave him.
Keshipa siangiki or natum orpayian ormurwa oleng.
Keshipa amu sidai oleng enkito nashomo kiama. Amu ore ilayiok leng'utunyi aikisilisil aabuabuaki. Meeta enkiteng' ino nilep. Ore taata pee kinchori orpayian lino, basi naa inyorraa amu ilotu aton tenkutuk erruat ino nijia ena taata.
Orpayian omurwa oleng.
Neshipa naleng amu kenyorr amu kenoto enkitok naiki nkera. Neeku taata kenyorr peitaiki enkang.
Nemeiba siangiki tena emurwa oleng orpayian lenye.
Miba amu ketii naiba. Ketii taata ore peerikuni kiba meyieu nenyikaki. Neeri toonchipiship. Nelotu anyorru. Nejoki enkang enye keyaki ilo moruo mpaka ata imba. Nikipuoi aayaniki olchani nilotu anyorru ilo moruo.
The next morning, before Mayani has let the cows out, the bride emerges from her mother-in-law's house, where she has spent the night. She's already a bit more cheerful. She will not sleep with her husband for another 4 days, but she's beginning to get used to his family. Her mother-in-law takes her across the village to meet the Laibon, the bride's father-in-law. To the Laibon, she is a new addition to the family, who will increase the wealth and prestige of himself and his sons. A person who lives to see the circumcision of many grandchildren achieves a kind of immortality, because his name will not be forgotten. When he dies, he is said to be merely sleeping, and he will be buried, unlike ordinary Maasai, whose names will never again be mentioned, and who will be left outside the village for the vultures and hyenas.
Enkishon.
On her first morning in the village, the bride is introduced to the herd and given milking rights over some of her husband's cows. 9 of these should be perfect in shape and colour. This is an important transaction for her, because the animals she gets today will form the core of the herd her future sons will inherit, and she will refer to them from now on as her own animals. After being shown her husband's herd, she is expected to waylay anyone else she sees and to demand a present from them. Not surprisingly, there are not many people around on this particular morning. Not one of the cows the bride obtains is hers to dispose of. And if her husband decides to sell or slaughter, there is nothing she can do about it. As Nol Peaya put it once, no Maasai woman can ever say, I shall sell a cow, I have a purpose in mind. She is only holding them in trust for her sons. Marriage in Maasai is more to do with the organizing of rights over animals than with friendship or affection. A woman doesn't choose her husband, but she can and does choose her lover.
Melomisho shirpayeni.
Ore taata elomore orpayiani kibalang'ata oleng. Ore enintai elang'ata nikiar tenikiduaki nikiar kake ipurro teidie nemedol. Mipal. Naa ore peinapuni elang'ata lino tiaji ning'ori ninye niking'ori iyie amu ikiari nedung'i talalem inepuaki tiaji. Kake ore peelo orpayian inkang'itie nelotu elang'ata lino kewarie. Ore taata peelotu dama nikimpot nikirik inkajijik peemedol orpayian amu kiba alang'ata.
Maasai don't like the feeling of being alone, so friendship is very important. One of the disadvantages of not owning animals is that women don't have much that they can give as presents to their friends. But women sometimes give away their own children to their mothers or to childless co-wives and sisters. Nol Peaya gave away a girl to one of the Laibon's daughters-in-law whose baby died, so that she should not have to sit alone in her house at night. A woman must bear children, especially sons, because her sons will take over her herd when they are old enough. Otherwise, when her husband dies, the animals will be dispersed and she will lose her milking rights over them. She will become dependent on anyone who will look after an old lady with no means of support. She will no longer eat her own food, as the Maasai put it. The fortunes of women are almost wholly dependent on fate, on whether or not they manage to produce children. So it's not surprising that their ideas about fertility have a religious significance. These ideas are summed up in a concept called Enkishon.
Enkishon enkitok kegol kimaasai taata amu ore kimaasai kegol oleng. Toning'o ore enkishon enkitok natoishe neiu ilayiok neiu ntoyie basi neeku taata meeta sina. Neeku taata ninye oshi ejo enkitok nchooki enkishon peemeing'orr likae tung'ani peeku enkerai enye ake eing'orita. Neeku enkarsis nelo enkang' olayioni nelo enentito basi niloiki taata pookin. Neeku taata ninye oshi ejo irmaasai pookin nejo olee nejo enkitok nchooki enkishon amu sidai oleng Teniming'orr enkerai elikae tung'ani. Neeku enino ake. Ing'urita pee mikinya osina.
After their own circumcision, women only participate in ceremonies through their children. The proudest moment for a mother is when she follows a warrior son to the most splendid of all Masai ceremonies, Eunoto. This ceremony marks a crucial transfer of dependence for her, because when her children grow up, her husband will move in with his younger wives, and she will go off to live with one of her sons. Eunoto is the ceremony which ends warriorhood and transforms the young men into elders. After the ceremony, they will settle down to marry and take charge of the animals to which their mothers have milking rights. The warriors from the Libon's family are blessed to protect them from the evil eye of strangers they will meet at the ceremony.
Sina, Lodo.
At the ceremony itself, the mothers will be seen to have succeeded in life. They have beautiful children who have grown into men who will look after their cattle. For the mothers, it is a magical and moving occasion.
Oh. Oh.
Nara isidan.
Oh.
Nebonu agelaki.
Oh.
Nara altualan.
Oh.
Nara nankan.
Eh.
Nebonu agelaki tebo.
Oh.
Nitoki ayang'iyang'a. Nitoki ainyototo.
Oh.
Nitoki agelaki. Ore taisere peekenyu. Nitoki apuo. Enturoto.
Enturoto?
Nepuo ake neponu agelaki. Neeku loitiko oshi taata pookin. Meeta obo liyiolo meyiolo taata enkitok enkerai enye.
Kweli?
Kweli.
The women bless the warriors with milk when they enter the village. Warriors are expected to show their emotion in a form of trance. The elders organize a mass blessing to mark the climax of the day's ceremony. The only people who are not happy at Eunoto are women with no children.
Kaya soshi enkitoko lopi.
Mera nya naas amu ore taata enkitok olopi torrono oleng tormaasai. Ji keramatisho neramatu ntare neramatu nkishu. Ore pee irmoruo basi nemeeta enkerai enye neera taata neerari taata lelayo lilo moruo onkulie kituak nejokini shomo peeyai nena kishu ayamie inkulie kituak. Neeku taata meeta udata irmaasai torrono naleng amu enkae sinani.
But for those who have sons, the ceremony is perfect. These dandified and sometimes callous young men are always respectful and loving towards their mothers. One of them has slaughtered a cow to feed the party from the Laibon's village. In the 2 years I lived in the village, people showed very little curiosity about my own culture. But the one thing women asked me about was inheritance rules. Would I have equal rights with my brothers? Because a woman cannot own cattle, the course of her life lies completely outside her own control. Women recognize the source of their vulnerability, but they explain it away by means of a myth which lays the blame on women themselves.
Ore laroi na ngishu. Ore ngoili na ngineji. Ore ribitiro na ngara. Ore loitikoishi na sirkon. Ninjaba ngishu angiyok. Neyo ginirara yengwarkiteng. Na ikumok ngitu anari anga. Nemeri engito nemejo melengera yesho amu kenyola irakuji. Neja ngai melosene nyanai. Neja ngai melosene nyanai. Nebuo ngishu openy. Nebuo endim. Nebuo ngoili na agu nendim. Nebuo laroi agu lendim. Nebuo loitikoishi agu lendim amu ninjaba ngishu ang. Nebuo nana gishu na lairakuji ninyake njo meshomo. Nemerie nemejo melengera yeye amu kenyola irakuji. Nebuo abendim. Niaku megure kiata ngishu. Niaku kuna gishu taata olewa eetai. Nikiponu akuruboi lolewa amu kinjaba ngishu ang epuo entim nebuo agu ng'wesi. Niaku nejia taa peekununo ngishu eapa. Mekure apa kiata. Ekitaa boi lolewa mekure kiata ngishu nikintore. Eshomo apa nkuna ang entim. Niaku metaa iyiok apa natipika ngishu orkikaini meshomo. Nemekure kiata naa nikintoreta nkukurt ake kiata. Niaku nejia taata etiu.
Longo di lele mele dar karya. Amiya mujame